Ladies and gentlemen, WWE 2K26 has gone crazy today. CM Punk went ahead and dropped some bombs. He took over the socials and we got showcase news, we got new entrances, and it's just been a wild time. Nonetheless, I'm ready to go on ahead and get into it. I got a lot of details to talk about, but first off, let's get into the showcase. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing that we're going to go on ahead and talk about today because, man, am I sold on the showcase. Now, the what if matches, it's confirmed, it's there. We're going to see it. I don't know how to feel about it just yet, but a lot of positives on here, all right? And a lot of nice retro attires that we're going to see as well with CM Punk. I mean, I saw really cool ones, so that's exciting. The first thing that I saw was CM Punk, AJ Lee in the What If match against The Miz and Maurice. So we got our first look at The Miz and Maurice. Maurice doesn't really look that much different, but again, cool little thing for, you know, everybody that's looking out for the women's roster and see who's going to be in there. So Maurice, again, confirmed for WWE 2K26. We also got CM Punk versus Eddie Guerrero, which is now a what if match. So we're going to see how this works out. I wonder if there's going to be cutscenes to differentiate the matches and make getting updates on WWE 2K26. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe because we are on our way to 25,000 subscribers. Let's go on ahead and get back into it. Those what if matches really stand out and feel different. I really do wonder what's going to happen with that. So we'll have to see and take a look at that once the game is in our hands. The what if matches is something that I wasn't really too crazy about, but I'm all for seeing what can be done differently. Do they expand on the concept? Because I think the concept is dope, but you got to give me something there. So I'll take that for now. We'll see what happens. Y'all will see me very optimistic till there's something to obviously complain about. CM Punk versus John Cena was also confirmed, which this was a Raw episode, but I only see the Raw on Netflix arena on here. Unless this is something that's going to be fixed when we do get our hands on the game. I'm not really sure what the idea is about this because obviously this is not a what if match, and I don't know why the setting would be Raw on Netflix for this match. Now we do see John Cena. That's kind of cool too. I'm excited to see all the John Cena attires because John Cena unfortunately has become one of those models that just doesn't get that much love when it comes down to, you know, his appearance and everything. We've pretty much gotten the same John Cena model for a couple years now. So that's only my 2 cents. CM Punk versus Randy Orton as well is confirmed for WrestleMania 27. And you see the cutscene where Randy Orton catches CM Punk RKO mid-air. Awesome stuff. For those that don't know, WrestleMania 27 was my first Mania I watched live, so that was a cool one. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, Raw on Netflix debut. So that was confirmed as well for Showcase, which should be cool. You know, CM Punk, you're getting his normal, you know, appearance then. But one thing to go on ahead and point out with all of this too is that they're pretty much doing a mix of everything. We're getting some of his return matches. We're getting some of his just championship era matches, and we're going all the way back with this one. We saw matches against JBL, Rey Mysterio, just lots of W's when it comes down to the confirmed showcase matches. Now, I gotta assume that this is not all of them. We really have to see. We did not get Jeff Hardy in this trailer, which low-key kind of disappointed me. I was kind of hoping we got Jeff Hardy, but nothing yet. Hopefully Jeff Hardy is in the DLC, in the showcase, hidden, and there's just a really nice surprise for us once we turn on this game. Very exciting stuff with this trailer. I think they did a fantastic job thus far, especially with Drew McIntyre showing off the beads, throwing them on top of CM Punk. I wonder if they're going to give him kind of the same reaction as the thumbtacks. You know, we're going to get into a little bit of thumbtacks talk in a little bit here, but it was just really nice details. It looks like they're really turning the corner with a lot of these things, and again, it's just a really nice feeling to, you know, get all of this stuff in there and really just see it for the first time. So me personally, aside from the what if matches, I'm a little bit skeptical about the what if matches. I think that everything else looked absolutely awesome, so I'm looking forward to it. Now y'all, the community is buzzing. Blake Monroe's entrance might be one of the best entrances I've seen in a WWE 2K game. The model, the entrance, I mean, bro, it is absolutely insane the fact that they got this mirror on there and it really looks exactly like her entrance. I mean, bro, this is one of the most craziest entrances I've seen. I really stand on that, y'all. The way the mirror, everything looks, It just looks insane. Blake Monroe being confirmed for 2K26 is an absolute W, and I think that's something that needs to be talked about because she also got one of the best models we've seen as well. It really seems like the mix of models that they got in 2K, the ones that are not as updated, they seem to look out of place almost, such as Liv Morgan, but then you got these new ones that are just being scanned in and updated, and they look absolutely amazing. So I gotta go on ahead and give 2K their props for this Blake Monroe entrance model, everything 10 out of 10. Dominic Mysterio also got a nice entrance. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but it was dope. It was exciting to see. People were complaining about the side plate, so I think that needs to go on ahead and be looked into as well. But aside from the side plates, look very solid to me. No complaints. The tattoos look nice. Pretty much a W on Dominic Mysterio as well. Most of the models that they've shown thus far look very, very solid in my opinion, and I think that's important for the game. So I think that, you know, that's the coolest part about it all. For the exception of, again, Liv Morgan, these models look amazing. We also got our first look at R-Truth. So this was before he cut his hair, but we did get to see the short hairstyle with R-Truth, so that's a win as well. He got a new mo-capped entrance as well, so make sure you guys go on ahead and keep an eye out on that. So big dubs for 2K for getting that in there because, man, it's kind of crazy to think R-Truth was going to get a new mo-capped entrance and might have been released at this point. Obviously, he's back in the WWE, so just such a big win for him, but this is awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Now, we get to the big reveal that CM Punk gave us today on socials. AJ Lee was confirmed to be in WWE 2K26 in the base game. Some people have some things to say about this entrance because her hair doesn't move as freely, and I completely get that. You know, I'm not somebody that's really looks into the wigs as some others do because that's just not what I play the game for, but I wouldn't be doing my job here today if I didn't mention it because some people are feeling a way about it. Now, it's one thing to note that these things have been recorded with an early build, so again, we don't really know what's going to happen with that, but even the entrance was skipping some frames, and she even looked like she just kind of spawned in the entrance. So there's just some things that need to be fixed with it. I'm excited that AJ Lee is in, but the details didn't really seem like certain things were there just yet. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I seriously think that this is something from an early build, but they wanted to push something out there so we know that she's coming. So I think by the time the game actually drops, things as facial animations, maybe hair, things like that should hopefully move smoother, move better. But again, the only thing that has me a bit worried is the frame drops. I really hope that I don't got to go out there and buy a PS5 Pro to get the frames to look nice and all that good stuff because the frames are dropping a lot. And I was talking to Kenny Baum about it, and shout out to Carol Valentine as well. We were all talking about this, and Kenny mentioned, hey, bro, Twitter compresses the video, but it doesn't make it drop frames. So again, I'm a bit worried about it, but we're going to chalk it up to early build for now. Roddy Piper, 1998, got his own model. He got something updated. It looks nice. It looks good. I'm not really somebody that plays with the legends, but that was an awesome looking model. This is awesome, man. The Roddy Piper WCW Thunder, kudos to 2K for that because they did such a good job, especially with Roddy Piper, man. I mean, I really love the entrance. I really like the model. It was needed. You know what I mean? So that's a W. Roxanne Perez got her own entrance as well. It's not updated, I believe, but she did get some sort of new attire. So I know some people were talking about that. Nice. Roxanne Perez definitely needed some sort of attire update, and I'm glad that she was one of the superstars on that list for attire updates, so we'll take it. Carmen Petrovic was confirmed to be in WWE 2K26. That's another thing as well that we want to pay attention to because CM Punk went ahead and hijacked socials and dropped a MyGM roster pick, and you see that Carmen Petrovic is in the back, and you see a Ricky Starks render as well, which if you watch the gameplay breakdown, you know that Ricky Starks was going to be in the game. So again, just a big win in general with all that, you know what I mean? The more, the merrier, and we got 400 plus superstars getting in this game, and I'm glad that they're getting a lot of that NXT talent. And some people were worried because she's apparently going to evolve, but nah, y'all ain't got nothing to worry about. Carmen Petrovic is going to be in WWE 2K26. The Island was teased as well. We didn't get too much information, but the Order of Anarchy. It looks like CM Punk was in this screenshot along with Naomi, and we got a couple other wrestlers, Jacob Fatu as well. So there is going to be like sort of factions that you can pick. CM Punk seems to be the leader of the Order of Anarchy. So I'm assuming that if you play NBA 2K, there's going to be 3 different teams, and you can choose what team you want to go to, and you basically rep up. You know what I'm saying? And you get rewards and things like that. And assuming, you know, that it works like NBA 2K, I know in the past you were able to get boosts depending on what park you chose. I'm not sure how that works now with NBA 2K, but again, just trying to relate a little bit so you guys can kind of understand. I think that this is going to be a nice win as well, you know, being able to choose a rep and something that, you know, you can push to with your friends and all that if you guys choose the same faction. So very vague, but again, the island is coming. So we'll have to go on ahead and get into that once they drop that ringside report. And one thing that I wanted to go over before we got out of here, shout out to the Pro Wrestling Shoot over there, Mr. Jesse. He went ahead and spoke to Brian Williams, dropped a video on this, and basically confirmed that thumbtacks, when you get thrown into them, you don't bleed. But they do stick to your back, but you bleed everywhere else, sort of. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to get blood with the thumbtacks and the body cuts and all that, but I'm still glad thumbtacks are in. That's a big step forward comparing to not having them at all. So you ain't gonna see me complaining. Obviously, there are some details that you want to see on there, but I'll take it step by step, y'all. I'll take my W's where I can. Thumbtacks are back in WWE 2K26. I don't even know if back is the correct word. Have they ever been in? I don't know. Let me know down below. And then we also got I Quit matches. There is apparently voiceovers for I Quit matches. Now, we don't know to what extent, but they do talk when the mic is right in front of their face. So those are some nice details I thought y'all should know. I'm gonna go on ahead and link his video down below in the description, so y'all make sure to go on ahead and show him some love. Aside from that though, y'all, this is it. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to stay tuned for more super exciting news, and we're probably in for another week or 2 of just craziness. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.